Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am gone. I'll be sharing with you guys how I turned $100 into $10,000 in only 6 months. And let me tell you this, it was so easy. Even a caveman could have done it. Okay, maybe not that easy, but still super simple. I never thought this day would come when I would actually be able to share with you guys how I made 10x my money, because when I started investing, I didn't think it was possible. I thought you had to be some sort of wizard or genius or have some crazy connections to make money like this. But then I discovered the truth, which is anyone can do this, and today I am gone. Now I'll be sharing with you guys exactly what I did step by step so that you can do the exact same thing and hopefully turn $100 into $10,000 in only 6 months too. So let's get right into it. So first things first, let me explain to you guys why I decided to start investing in the first place. You see, ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be rich. I used to dream about having endless amounts of money where I'd never have to worry about paying bills or buying something I want again. I just want to be able to buy whatever I want whenever I want. But of course, growing up, I didn't have any money. My family wasn't rich at all. In fact, we were pretty poor. We had to rely on food stamps, and my mom would always have to work 2 jobs just to put food on the table. I remember when I was in elementary school, one of my classmates made fun of me for bringing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to school every day while everyone else was bringing Lunchables. That really hurt my feelings. And from that day on, I promised myself I would never be poor, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to become rich. And when I turned 18, I decided to join the military to see if that's something I wanted to do for my career. Little did I know, the military was the best decision of my life. Because I was able to travel the world and meet so many different types of people. I also learned a lot of valuable lessons, and most importantly, I learned how to handle money. I learned that no matter how much money you make, if you don't manage your money correctly, you will always be broke. I want to tell you guys more about that, but this video is already getting too long. I'll save that story for another time. Anyways, after serving 4 years in the military, I got out and started working a corporate job. It wasn't a bad job. The pay was decent. I had good coworkers, and I had a lot of free time, which meant I had a lot of time to focus on making more money. So this is where my journey begins. I'll never forget this day. It was May 2021 when I decided to open my first brokerage account. I was so excited, yet so nervous at the same time. What if I lose all my money? What if I'm not cut out for this? Will I ever make enough money? A million thoughts were running through my head. But I knew if I was going to take control of my financial future and be the person I want to be, I had to learn how to invest. I started by watching YouTube videos and reading books about investing. It took me a while, but eventually I learned how to read charts, candlesticks, and most importantly, I learned how to find undervalued stocks. I remember spending hours and hours every single day looking for the perfect stock to invest in. It was so time-consuming. I felt like a detective trying to solve a mystery. But once I found a stock that I believed was undervalued, I would buy it and hold it for as long as I believed in the company. At first, I didn't make much money. In fact, I lost a few times. But as I got better and better at finding undervalued stocks, my profits started to increase. This is when I started to believe that I could actually make a lot of money investing. So now let me show you guys how I turned $100 into $10,000 in only 6 months. First things first, I deposited $100 into my brokerage account. Now let's fast forward to June 2021. Only 1 month later, I added another $100 into my account. In total, I invested $200. Now let's skip ahead to July 2021. 3 months in, I added another $100 to my account. 6 months in, I added another $100. And finally, in December 2021, 7 months later, I added another $100 to my account. In total, I only invested $500 over 7 months. That's an average of $71 per month. It's really not that much at all. Now let me show you guys the crazy part. As soon as I invested that last $100 in December, the market started to boom. The S&P 500 started to hit new highs every single day. And my portfolio started to grow like crazy. So what did I do? Exactly? How did I pick the stocks I invested in? Well, I used a combination of fundamental analysis and technical analysis. For fundamental analysis, I looked at companies' financial statements, their balance sheets, income statements, and cash flow statements to determine whether or not they were undervalued or not. For technical analysis, I looked at charts and candlesticks to try and predict which direction the stock price would go next. It took me a while to learn these skills, but as I got better and better at it, my profits started to increase. The reason I was able to turn $500 into $10,000 in only 6 months is because I invested in the S&P 500. I know S is boring and it doesn't sound exciting, but it's one of the best investments you can make. The S&P 500 has returned an average of 10.5% per year over the past 20 years. That means if you invested $500, you would have made an average of $52.5 per year. But I didn't just invest in the S&P 500. I also invested in other indexes such as the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the Nasdaq. These indexes have returned even higher than the S&P 500. But there's more. I didn't just invest in indexes. I also invested in individual stocks. I looked for companies that I believed were undervalued and I bought them and held them for as long as I believed in the company. Some of the stocks I invested in include Apple, Tesla, Google, and Amazon. These stocks have returned some of the highest profits for me. The reason I was able to make so much money in such a short period of time is because I took advantage of the bull market. We've been in since 2020. The stock market has been on a roller coaster ride these past 2 years. It's been the perfect time to invest. I know there are people who are worried about the market crashing, but I'm not. I believe the market will continue to go up in the long run. If you're someone who's looking to start investing, I highly recommend you do it now. Take advantage of the bull market we're in. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll get there. So the next question you might be asking yourself is, what stocks should I buy? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a financial advisor and I don't know what stocks you should buy. I can only share with you guys what I personally buy and hold. If you want to know more about my investment strategy, please watch my other videos. I talk about it in detail in those videos. But for now, I'll just give you guys a list of the stocks I currently hold. Maybe you'll find some good ideas from this list. Who knows? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something from it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I post weekly videos about personal finance and investing. Also, feel free to follow me on social media. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.